Okay, let's call the meeting to order. If you would take the roll call, please.
Kate Vargo.
Here.
Dan Delahunt.
Here.
John Fike.
Here.
Blake Harris. Greg Peugeot. William Siemens.
Here.
Okay, we have, oh, you back up
Hey.
one. Hello. Great. Okay, everybody had a chance to read the minutes for the July 17th meeting?
And make a motion that we accept the meeting, or the minutes as written. Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, this is an adjudication hearing, so everybody here, if you're going to give any testimony, you'll need to be sworn in. So if you'd raise your right hand and repeat after me, promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. You are sworn in. Okay, the first item on the agenda is an application submitted by George Sky Brem for property he owns at 1225 West Osborne Street for a variance to allow a two-family dwelling to be reestablished on a parcel zoned R140, a single-family residential district, whereas 112903 only permits one-family dwellings in the R140 district. Do you have staff comments?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. So on this slide pictured, you can see that the zoning district is R140, single-family residential, and on the right slide, you'll see a better look at the aerial image indicating one, historically a duplex, and we'll get into that later, as well as a detached garage and a driveway. Street view photo on the left showing two existing front doors. Project description is that the applicant is proposing to reestablish the two-family dwelling as an active land use. The reason they're here today is because the applicant fell outside of the allowable one-year time frame of discontinuance of the previous land use to be able to just continue the legal nonconformance. So since they fell out, it hasn't been used in over a year, in other words, and it's been vacant for over that time, and so therefore we are here. They intend to complete repairs and upgrades to the electrical, plumbing, and HVAC prior to starting the use. Below this on the right part, you'll see that the floor plan, it's a two-bedroom frame. You'll see the two entryways and doors there. Another picture of the house is on the left with the driveway. And the dwelling unit area, what is existing between the first floor and the full upper floor does comply with our modern minimum area per dwelling unit requirement, which is 450 square feet per dwelling unit. So staff analysis is that the proposed two-family dwelling use would be aligned with the existing character of the neighborhood, noting particularly that the R140 and R2F districts are commonly found near each other. As a matter of fact, if we go back to the zoning map, the R2F, that orange district, is immediately south here. Back to the analysis, this request appears to be justified given the apparent history of its use as a duplex. I did speak as well with the county offices, and they had that it was taxed for quite some time as a two-family use, but just as background, that's not really relevant so much to this particular request, but more so to this next point, it's relevant, is that this would help preserve historic neighborhoods and intact housing stock and maintain the quality of the neighborhood, which outcomes are aligned with the comprehensive plan, and all other zoning code requirements would be met by the proposed proposed two-family dwelling. And I probably don't need to say it, but I'll just further underscore it by reminding all of us, housing is, we talk about the need for it every single day. We have an applicant here who wants to go about it and play by our rules in doing it and reestablish a use that has been apparently, running as a duplex, it seems successfully for a long time. The structure was built in early 1900s. So all of that said, staff recommends approval with the following condition. 1, all applicable permits are obtained through the building department, engineering department, and any other applicable agency prior to construction. Thank you.
Okay, is there anyone in the audience who would speak in favor of this request? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and your address.
Thank you, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I'm going to read if it,
Okay, your name is,
George Scott Brent.
okay, your address,
This address is 1225 West Osborne Street, Sandusky.
that's where you live?
My current address is 6641 Merlin Drive in Medina, Ohio.
Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. My name is George Scott Brem. I am here to request approval for a variance to re-recognize a single-family home as a duplex. This project is about more than one property. It's about strengthening Sandusky. The duplex provides two quality homes where only one existed before, helping to meet our city's housing needs while keeping costs more affordable for working families, young professionals, and retirees. This approach uses our existing infrastructure more efficiently, increases property tax revenue without burdening city taxes, city services, and creates additional local construction and maintenance jobs. Residents of this duplex will also spend money here in Sandusky, supporting our businesses and contributing to the local economy. Beyond the numbers, the duplex brings real community benefits. It allows for flexible living arrangements like multi-generational households, and it contributes to the neighborhood vitality by welcoming diverse residents. With more families choosing Sandusky, this helps to strengthen our neighborhoods and ensure long-term growth. In short, this project is a win for the city, the economy, and the community. I respectfully ask for your support in improving this duplex as a step toward a stronger, more sustainable Sandusky. That's it.
Okay. I want to see one other person out there, and I know you didn't raise your hand, so assuming you're not going to speak, any questions from the board?
Are you going to live in this dwelling?
I am not planning on living in this facility.
Are you a resident, going to be a resident of Sandusky?
I'm not planning on being a resident of Sandusky.
Thank you.
I have family members that live here. I grew up in the Huron and Sandusky area. I have since built and have residence in Medina and property throughout. This property was a foreclosed property. The individuals there were not paying taxes, were not paying utilities, and it was being run down. I acquired it through your foreclosure process, and it came up as a duplex, 2 doors, 2 meters, 2 kitchens, and the idea is to bring it up to code so it's usable and better for anybody living in it.
I know there was some reference to improvements to electrical and plumbing and things, but what specifically do you plan to do to improve the property?
Great question. First off, the electric has already been inspected by your city, and we've already had a meter replaced. The idea is the upper floor, for whatever reason, whoever went in there decided to use it as a single resident. Might have been the last people who owned it was a single family. He put parents and other people upstairs, other family members downstairs, and they built a door, just easy access. The problem is by doing that, it kind of threw me out of the whole being recognized as a duplex. They pulled the meter, ran all the electrical together. In this process, we have since gotten inspected for the meter, for our new panel, rewiring the whole second floor, all brand new wires. It's an older house, so knob and tube. We're upgrading that to regular wire and line. Plumbing, HVAC, all that's got to be upgraded, not only for permit and inspection wise, but also for usability. Putting on different thermostats for both units. Plumbing, I think we're going to upgrade from a hot water tank to an instant that allows the whole property to be run off of one.
Thanks.
Sure.
Sir, do you have rental management experience? Do you have places in Medina? And
I do.
do you run them as Airbnbs or?
I do not.
And what's your, are these going to be long-term rentals or?
Obviously, that's hopefully the intention. Having quick turnover doesn't do me any good, doesn't do the property any good, doesn't do the city any good. Obviously, bringing people there that are going to stay or offering affordable housing to people who already live in this city, we always look for long-term.
So your plan is to manage it yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Unless, of course, I mean, I'm an hour and 20 minutes away.
Right.
I'm here every day. Unless there's a viable or better viable option that is close, or a company that meets the standard of being a good property management company, I've managed my own properties all the way through.
Are you planning on doing anything, upgrades to the exterior of the home
We're not.
at this time?
There was a portable pool that the last people had left in the backyard. We have removed that. We have since removed a huge tree that was a burden on 3 different properties, including ours. We took the cost and took care of that with some fence lines that we're dealing with and cleaned up. But other than that, outside structurally, the building and the garage were pretty good. It was just, hasn't been upkept. So taking down a huge tree and taking down shrubbery on both sides.
And then when you say affordable housing, do you have an idea in your head right now what you think per duplex you could ask rent for?
Well, if you're asking me what the current rent or the.
What do you
economy of the
think?
area, we're generally, you're looking at $1,000 to $1,500. Both of these are going to be 2 bedrooms, full bath, full kitchen, separate entranceway. There's plenty of parking. There's a garage in the back, and it's all the way down to studs. So we're changing everything from, we're putting in central air. So most of the rentals, at least from the Sandusky webpage that I follow, people gripe that it was a hot summer, nobody had air conditioning, nobody had access to this. We've done windows, central air, heating, plumbing, and electrical, and we've completely gutted 2 bathrooms and building a kitchen. So this is going to be a little bit higher level than just something that's falling apart.
Question for staff.
Yes.
Why is this coming to us as a variance versus a code change to R2F from R1?
So, right, great question. First, this wouldn't come to the Board of Zoning Appeals if it were a rezoning. It would go to the Planning Commission with ultimate authority held by the City Commission. 2, we did discuss that. However, in the world of planning, it's best practice, in the practice of our planning division specifically, to use the least amount of intervention possible to achieve what a property owner is desiring to do, assuming what's being desired is generally, copacetic with neighborhood, everything. So since that appeared to be the case, and I believe still does appear, we went with this route. If this property had been used in the last year, we wouldn't be here, because if staff was satisfied with the amount of evidence showing its use in the past as a duplex, then we could have just administratively granted a certificate of legal nonconformance. But since that period had passed, we're here to make it, legal again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam, this isn't in one of the areas for short-term rentals?
No, it is not. Even if it's a
What's the
duplex.
closest?
The closest,
Look,
Maria West Osborne. I believe there's a patch of, if you're zoned RRB, which is residential/business, which there's a patch on a portion of Hayes Ave, or zoned business itself, or any commercial, you can apply to conduct transient rental. This is zoned R140, and the closest you can come to that is if you were in R2F, you can apply to run a bed and breakfast, but the operator has to have that as their main residence. So, which isn't, I think it uses the same form, but that's not quite transient rental so much. Long-term rental is permitted. Code Compliance Division manages registration process and any inspections that may be required. So that is a permitted land use.
Thank you.
Question, if it's zone single family and all the work has been done as 2-family, how do they get a building permit?
Can you call the meetings?
They didn't talk to zoning first, or?
No, Mr. Scott reached out quite a while ago. So he's been in the application queue for a few months, I believe, and then there were some things we were figuring out, and this month happened to be the first that he was ready to apply. So he's been working closely with building department and planning division staff throughout the whole time.
Just wondering how you get a building permit going to two-family if it's a single-family, so it's non-compliant.
Before.
So our understanding is that it was already non-compliant. I don't believe we've offered any kind of formal approval to occupy the duplex by any means, but I can't speak for what exactly has been issued or not. For the building department end of things, that's not who I work under. However, the one thing I was aware of was regarding the meter that I just helped facilitate contact with our electrical inspector to just give Mr. Scott information on how down the line to get energy, to get a meter re-energized by First Energy. Other than that, I can't speak to that.
Any other questions?
Will you be maintaining the outside, the landscaping and lawn, and will you be doing that, or will you be hiring a maintenance crew?
I probably will not be coming out the hour and a half to cut the 20 minutes worth of grass. So far, I've been having a local individual take care of the yard. Family members.
One of my pet peeves is that many rental properties in town are, the lawns and grass are very poorly maintained, and it's always been a concern of mine when you can go down the street and know which ones are rentals and which one are owner occupied.
Valid, absolutely valid concern. And in my previous properties, certainly that's a part of any rental contract. But if it isn't taken care of, then the responsibility comes back to me as the owner, that I'm going to take care of it anyway, one way or another.
So you're going to be requesting the renters to maintain it?
In all my in all my previous rental contracts, the upkeep of the property and the inspection process of mine, either monthly or bi-monthly, is done by me to ensure that all this happens. Everything from the grass cutting to the weeds, to the trimming of bushes, but also any plowing or shoveling or winter salting that is required to be done as well, both for insurance purposes, safety, and anything else.
Thank you.
Is this your first property in Sandusky?
Kind of around there.
Rental? Will it be?
Here's what I should say.
Going back 30 years, my
Okay.
family owned multiple properties, both in Sandusky and Huron. It is my first venue up in the area.
Okay, thanks.
There's no further questions, motion's in order.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the application for the variance to allow for the current use as a two-family
With the subject conditions,
with the conditions of the, by the city.
we have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, with motion and a second, are there any questions on the motion? If none, you please call the roll.
William Siemens,
Yes.
John Fike,
No.
Dan Delahunt,
Yes.
Greg Pujol.
Yes.
The motion is approved. Is there any other business?
No, Mr. Chairman.
Is there anything on the agenda for the September 18th meeting?
Thank you.
There is one item on 413 Anderson Street. The water side gentleman has applied for a front yard setback. It's zoned commercial over there, so the setback in the front is 30 feet. No, he wanted a boathouse front residence, so you'll learn more about that. That is the only item.
Okay.
Thank you for attending and answering our
Thank you.
questions.
I appreciate it. In just a second, I'd like to thank Adam. Again, I wasn't familiar with your city. Your policies and procedures have changed. He was certainly very paramount in me being able to walk through your process, find and talk to the different inspectors and get the inspections done. and actually get to this process and be here tonight. So if nothing else, I just wanted to thank Adam for his continued help and patience and helping a new person walk through your process.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Thanks.
Good attaboy, Adam.
Good job, Adam.
Thanks.
Motion adjourned.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 We are adjourned.
Adam, you can just